If your insurance rates are going up and the last time you saw a decrease was the Reagan administration, folks, it's Sid at American Patriot Insurance Agency. They put the freedom of choice back in your hands with their exclusive Rate and Bind online portal. Visit AMPATINS.com or call 888-322-3565 to save an average of 25% on auto, home, renters, business, even pet insurance. Call 888-322-3565 today.
Oi! This is Sid and Friends in the Morning. 77 WABC.
So I don't think we need a miracle today, but a great song nevertheless. Mike Rutherford, I believe. Mike and the Mechanics. Mike, part of that great Genesis band. All I need is a miracle. All I need is you. Bruce Blakeman, Nassau County Executive, dear friend of mine and Danielle, and also very, very close to President Trump. If you didn't know that, you saw it at the Nassau Coliseum. He also went with the president to MSG, but on a local level, we'll get to Trump too, but on a local level, a lot of his men are running today, and we need wins out in Nassau County. Here he is, once again, my friend, the great Nassau County Executive, Bruce Blakeman. Bruce, good morning, pal. How are you?
I'm doing good, Sid, and thank you for all you've been doing. You're a great American patriot.
Look who's talking. Thank you so much. It's easy, Bruce, when it comes to you and King and Cairo and all of our guys out there. You make it real easy. But again, before I get to Trump, I know Trump loves you. He really does. I mean, a lot of people say that, but he really does. I want to start with some of your races. Anthony D'Esposito up against Gillen. I had Tony on the show yesterday, and I saw a lot of those commercials the last couple of weeks, and she was really nasty. And I said to Anthony, I go, what is that all about? And he said, well, she's got nothing else. But again, watching from the sideline, not knowing he's a friend of mine, or I don't really know much about her, I thought she got pretty nasty. What about you?
Well, it was very nasty, and I think you're absolutely right. Laura Gillen had nothing to talk about. Her party is a party that caused all the misery to the American people and the people here in Nassau County. When you're talking about high gas prices, when you're talking about grocery prices that are through the roof, people can't afford to go to a diner anymore. When you're talking about migrants at our doorsteps, many illegal migrants here in Nassau County and around the region. And by the way, we're not a sanctuary county. They come across the border from New York City. So it's a federal problem. We've got to keep them out. We've got to send them back. And Anthony D'Esposito and Mike LaPetria are the two guys who can do that. They have solutions. They have answers. And by the way, you know, most people say that boys should play with boys and girls should play with girls. And if we let this far left radical Democratic Party take over this country and continue doing the things that they're doing, they're going to ruin women's sports. And I think that's a terrible, terrible shame. After the many years of women fighting for equality in sports, these people would destroy women's sports, and that's a damn shame.
Couldn't agree more. As a father of a daughter who played competitive tennis, Ava, and you know Danielle, great athlete as well, runner, marathon. And you really put your ass on the line, Bruce. You really did. You're the guy, and you know, you had some pushback from people like the Attorney General and others, and people called you misogynistic and chauvinistic. Absolutely stupid. In fact, you're the complete opposite. You're looking out for women. You're anything but those terms, but you were called those things by the detractors, and I got to tell you, I could not agree more. It's very, very important. I don't want to see a woman boxer like I saw a couple of months ago in the Olympics getting her face punched in by a guy.
It's out of control. But, Sid, I do have a message out there for all your listeners, and you have a tremendous amount of voters here in Nassau County that listen to your show. And I just want to tell everybody, look, get off your couch, get out and vote, because I'm a little concerned that now people think we got it in the bag. It's going to be a great Republican year. Well, it's not going to be a great Republican year if you don't get out and vote. You got to vote. If you want to stop the invasion of our borders, if you want lower prices for gasoline and groceries, if you want girls to play with girls and boys to play with boys, get up, get off the couch, and go vote. Because if you don't vote today, we could let this whole thing slip away.
I agree. We need people out there in big numbers. Now, I'm very confident about the Esposito, Bruce. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't share nearly the same amount of confidence for Mike, and not because I don't like Mike. I love Mike. He's enthusiastic. He's young. He's handsome. He's funny. I think he's a terrific candidate, but I know that Swazi, he's kind of that cagey veteran. He's been around. He's got some bipartisan support. I always say, I wish I was more enthusiastic when I first met Mazi as I am now, because now she's one of my favorite people. She had a chance to beat him. But I think LePetri has a much more difficult road. What does it look like out there by you?
Well, he has so many more Democrats registered in his district. And as you said, Tom Swazi's a known quantity. But, you know, Tom comes off as a moderate guy, but he's not. He's got a 100% voting record with Joe Biden. So Tom has gone far left, like the rest of his party. And I think if you're a common-sense Democrat or you're an independent voter, you want to vote for Mike LePetri. You want to vote for Anthony D'Esposito. You want to vote for our great state Senate candidate, Patricia Canzaneri Fitzpatrick, Assemblyman Brian
I love
Curran.
her.
All in tough races, but we need you to come out and vote. Please get out there, vote. Don't be discouraged. Get out there. Make your vote count. And if you do that, we're going to have a tremendous victory tonight.
I stepped on you. Who was the last guy you just mentioned after Patricia?
Assemblyman Brian Curran out of Lynbrook.
Like him, too. They're all great people. They really are great folks. And then, of course, we go to the top of the ticket. And Trump, what a job you did, Bruce, at the Nassau Coliseum. Just a magnificent rally. Then, of course, a lot of folks don't know this, but I do, that you went with Trump together to Madison Square Garden. You've got a very special one-on-one relationship with the President of the United States. And here, too, again, complacency can't set in, because a lot of folks are saying today, even some of his detractors, they think he's going to win. Do you feel real good about this?
I feel very good about it. I think that if things play out the way I think they're going to play out, he's going to have an electoral landslide. I'm saying 312 electoral votes.
Wow.
But again, we can't take anything for granted. We got to get out there and vote. And let me tell you something. If he does really, really well in the suburbs, like I think he's going to do, you know, I know it's a tough nut to crack, but it is possible. Lee Zeldin came very close in winning this state. It is possible for Donald J. Trump to win this state if all of our voters get out and they get their friends out, their family out, and everybody votes to save America, because Donald J. Trump has proven that he's the right leader, and this is the right time for him. The country's going in the wrong direction. 39% of Americans think that the country is going in the wrong direction. Only about 11% think it's going in the right direction, and the others say they're not sure. So that's a lot of people who think we're going in the wrong direction. So get out and vote.
In the final 60 seconds, Bruce, you're the Nassau County executive, and you're great at it. Bottom line is, not because we're friends, you've blown the doors off this. You're the best one ever. But again, you're very, very close with President Trump. And I ask this out of ignorance. I have no idea. Like, can you be the Nassau County executive and the Secretary of State at the same time? I got to think if Trump wins, I mean this, that he's going to offer Bruce Blakeman some type of lofty position. Is that a crazy thought?
Well, here's my position. Right now, I got the greatest job in the world as county executive of a great county, larger than 10 states, a gross domestic product larger than 146 nations in the United Nations. So my focus is on doing a great job here, getting reelected. I'm not going to say that if my president called me and asked me to respond to his call to duty, that I wouldn't do it. But I'm really happy where I am. I'm not looking to go anywhere.
I believe that's true. I think you are happy where you are. You're doing a great job, and everybody loves you. But this is the president, and he's Trump, and he loves you. Either way, I wish all the guys in your county the best of luck today. They certainly have a great leader with you. And, of course, our guy, President Trump, as well. And when he wins, Bruce, let's bring you back later on this week so we can celebrate. How about that?
Well, I think he should make you Secretary of Defense. I'm down for that.
Send him a text. Say, hey, listen, when you Sid's ready for the job. I'll fight myself. I'll join the IDF. I'll join the Navy, whatever he wants me to do. Bruce, I love you, buddy. Great job today. Good luck out there.
To Danielle and the kids. Thanks.
You got it. Thank you so much. One of my favorite people really in New York, the Nassau County Executive, terrific guy, Bruce Blakeman.
Calling all Patriots. Election day is here. We need you to do your part and make our victory too big to rig. Make your plan to vote right now. Go online to www.swampthevote.org. Thousands of Democrat votes are being cast right now. Don't let them win. Republicans are counting on you to join the red wave. Confirm your polling place at www.swampthevote.org. That's swampthevote.org. Together we will secure our border, stop the Democrats' crime epidemic, and make America great again. Confirm your polling place right now at www.swampthevote.org. Paid for by the Republican National Committee. Not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. The Republican National Committee is responsible for the content of this advertising. GOP.com.